That's for the camera is pointing here, so mainly it's me. Yes. But when I ask you to speak, I will record you as well, because I think it's really important to have a reference.
But you will put these records on the internet?
I put them on my YouTube channel, mainly to host them there. No one watches them apart from you guys. If you want to go back, the videos get uploaded to the platform as well. So you on every page there is like a platform which I will give you the link for today, and you can go in, and with every ritual, because this is based on 12 rituals, sometimes that coincides with 12 weeks when I do the course over 3 months, but because we're doing it over 1 month, it's going to be 1.5 rituals today. But it's 12 rituals, and so there are 12 web pages with accompanying guidance. I don't really call it content because there is not much content in this class. This is the content. Yeah, things that you want to say that you're not sure how to say, I give that to you in real time. And so it becomes recorded, so if you want to refer back, if you want to write down in your notebook stuff, you can. That notebook is for you. The idea is you keep that notebook here until you finish, and then you can take it home. This is coaching, if you want to call it something recognizable. Coaching about speaking, about how to use your voice, about how to communicate from the self, from the identity. Not any, but it deals with lots of common blockages or difficulties or struggles that people have. But the idea is in this is just to speak and speak and speak and speak. Before I start the more structured speaking, we're going to wait for Imma. Imma might be late because Imma is... I don't know if you know Imma. Maybe you know Imma. It's possible that you've had opportunities to coincide. It's possible.
Emma or Imma?
Imma. Imma. She has 2 daughters. One is Lola and one is Maya. I don't know if you... They are similar ages to your daughters.
When I see her or when I saw her?
When I see her.
When I see her, if we know each other, we will. It's possible.
Yeah. What do you really want from this?
I really want to speak more fluently, because I can read, I can listen perfectly, but I never speak English. And now I changed work. It's correct?
Yeah.
I changed work.
I would say I changed my job.
I changed my job.
But I changed work is not incorrect.
Yeah, I changed my job, and I need to speak English in some regular basis.
On a regular basis.
I with my daughters we play this song, in, on, under.
Yeah.
But I never remember for myself.
It's normal. The prepositions are
in, on. Yeah. So on a regular basis, I will need to speak, because yes, I will have to speak in public. Like I have to organize info days in English. And so I need to practice. I need to practice to be fluent, because, well, I can prepare my constitution,
my script.
But if they answer me things, I need to be agile in my mind and tener las palabras rápidamente y la estructura de frase. How can I say this?
I need to have quick access to the words I want to use or the sentences I want to use. The way I articulate that is to say, I need to know how to communicate all the things that I would want to communicate in my first language or my second language, because in your case you have Portuguese and Spanish, and English is maybe the third.
Yes, I have to translate it in my mind, and after, okay, so it takes time for me.
Yeah.
If I'm nervous because I need to do it quickly because I'm with people that are asking, so I need to be more rapid.
Fast.
Fluent.
I need to be quicker or more, fluent. One of the pieces of advice that will come out up here, this we are not going to look at in class. I will refer to it, but we're not going to go through this in class because I want you to speak rather than me speaking and me teaching. But in response to the thing about being fast, I actually recommend the opposite.
Yes.
Particularly when you're under pressure. When you're under pressure, when you're in public, when you're in front of people, I advise that you permit yourself, you allow yourself to speak slower, deliberately, intentionally slower, because pressure and nerves already interfere with the brain's speed, with this natural access to what we want to say. So it's something that it's important to have in mind, okay?
Yes, I know that, because I know the theory, but I know myself, and especially because I'm in this new job with new people, I want to cause a good impression.
Make a good impression.
Because you want to do a good job, no?
Yeah.
So I know that I have this tendency to get a little bit nervous, and that slows down my ability, my communication skills.
My communicative ability.
My communicative abilities.
Yeah.
Yes, I know that.
Yeah. So I'm just going to remind you, okay? And you need to remind yourself, because one thing is to know and another thing is to practice it consistently.
Yes.
Every day, every time you have an opportunity to speak in front of people, practice speaking slower, more slowly. I do it in my classes. I do it with my performances. I force myself to slow down so that I can stay with myself and not here worried about, because what happens is if you're pushing yourself to go faster, it's because you're trying to fulfill someone else's possible expectation of you. There's this idea in your head that other people expect you to deliver quickly. There's this worry that if I slow down, they are going to think that's strange or boring or not good enough. Whereas we just have to focus 100% on what we want to say and follow it like as if it was a path coming out of our mouths, no? Instead of, I have to hurry, I have to rush. No, you don't. Okay, so what's your new job?
So it's kind of the same thing I was doing at university, so it's project manager. But now it's on the energy storage research center. You know, this.
I'm Inma. Inma is working for Nostrum.
For?
Nostrum.
I don't know if I know it.
Okay, she is sustainability. She is a sustainability, environmental. I'm not sure what her exact job description is, but she works in environmental sustainability, and they have this big data center in, I can't remember where, and I was thinking suddenly maybe they are the same thing or they are related.
I really think no. I think
Okay.
it's not the same.
Okay.
The thing is that with that brand name, I know other enterprises but related to heritage, not related to sustainability, and they are from Galicia.
Okay.
Because it's a kind of brand quite used in different enterprises.
Okay.
So well, we will meet. Yes. So that's it. Project manager in this new research center. There are people. Oh yes, I know her.
Yeah. I was thinking that you probably know each other, but I wasn't sure. I'm sure you had opportunities to coincide.
Si nos conocemos de hace mucho tiempo, de vernos en cosas de activa, tal vez.
Ah, bueno, también.
Yeah, maybe. How are you? You good?
Fine.
Yeah?
And you?
I'm good. Sophia was just telling me about her job, okay? And she's doing something similar to yours. I feel like it's similar, but maybe it's significantly different.
I'm project manager at this new research center, the CI, en español, el Centro de Almacenamiento Energético.
Ah, qué guay.
It's not related.
But this is that is a public entity, no?
Yeah. And yours is a private entity. Okay.
I work for a private.
But also in this energy.
Energy, yes, my company
Develops.
Different projects of renewable energy, storage.
Yes. Okay. So yes.
Renewable energy.
And now data center.
Data center.
Oh,
No,
so
she
you-
said it right. Data center.
Yes.
That's what you have too, no? A data
We
center.
have not data center. We have plantas piloto. How do we say this? So you have to prototype. Plantas piloto. It's a place that you develop technologies for pre-mercado. How do we say?
Pre-market or
Pre-market.
yeah, or before going to
Before
market.
going to market. So yeah, this kind of. I don't know if you have this TRL thing.
TRL.
Technological readiness level. So it depends on this level. You can put it to sell, or you have to start. You have to keep going, studying and developing more. So yes, we are doing also storage, energy storage, batteries.
Okay, right. We're gonna like include in the real class. Okay, so we're gonna do a quick. This is what I call the dashboard. Okay, do you understand the word dashboard for the course? So if you go here, you can go into the intro, which we're not going to do. You have all the different 12 rituals. Today we're going to start here, and all of this you can read at home. Almost all of it is in English. Okay, there's a couple of things in Spanish, but most of it is in English. So it's lots of English reading. Okay. And the first little activity I just want to do, and it's a point of reference, okay? So I want you to sit here, Sophia. Can you sit here in the chair? And you just have to speak for 1 minute, okay, about your day. So super easy. And I'm actually going to record you with my phone. You're going to be here anyway, but I'm going to send you this specific one to you because I'm going to do it a bit closer up. And yeah, this is called the gateway to flow. This particular exercise is 1 minute, should be super easy for you with your level. But the point is just keep going.
Yes.
It's not about perfection, it's about flow. Just flow, just letting it flow. So if you get stuck, then you need to say something like, I don't know what to say, or I'm thinking. Yeah, I actually have a couple of things here. I can't remember the word for me. Yeah, I don't know how to say me. Yeah, or as a last resort, you could change the subject. Okay, but just keep talking for 1 minute. Okay, so let me just set an alarm. Set an alarm for 1 minute. Don't know if it worked. Wait. Yeah. Right, again. Set an alarm for 1 minute. Yeah. Okay, so go.
Okay. So today I wake up at 10 to 7 and I took a bath. After I did my ritual, the morning ritual, like put my sun protection and get dressed. After I gave a kiss to my youngest girl because the oldest one is not at home. She is in a summer camp, summer course. And after that I went downstairs, I went to the kitchen, I made the coffee, I took my coffee, and after that I went to work. So I spent my morning at work. Well, I had time to go for a little coffee with my companions, a little one because I had this webinar. That's it.
Yeah.
Okay.
It was a tiny bit shorter, but it's
Tiempos
perfect.
verbales los mezclo todos.
Yeah, I noticed. But don't worry. Don't worry. Sit down. That was not that particular exercise was not about correction. Just flow.
Yes.
Okay? And it's for you to see exactly what's happening. Yeah? It's for you to see like what's happening. Ready? Go.
Well, today I wake up at 7 o'clock. I have my coffee and I was working for an hour at home because I have to go to the high school to I don't know what enroll matricular, no? Enroll my daughters. And then I went back home and I got my laptop and I went to the office. I spent all the day at the office, and then later at 7 o'clock I went to my psychologist because I have
Okay, enough. That I didn't put an alarm that time, so I wasn't concentrating. Yours was like 1 minute and 20, but it's fine. Okay, good. Thank you. I'm putting this somewhere else. I was reading this. Okay, now you need to go back. Okay. Now you're going to speak for 5 minutes. Okay. Yeah, that's over. Fun's over. Now you're going to speak for 5 minutes, and now I'm actually going to evaluate you a little bit. Okay. But I'm not evaluating you to criticize you, okay? This is not about you filtering. I want you still to flow. But I actually want, first of all, I want to analyze more than your language. I want to analyze your content, okay? I want to know what you want to say because now you have no subject.
Okay.
You speak to me about what you want to speak about.
Oh, that's difficult.
Yes.
I have no. So I have to choose things to talk about.
Yes. Or just let it flow. You don't even have to decide. Just start somewhere and keep going, okay? Because this should be your world, your language, your life. Otherwise, we're always responding to someone else's interests, someone else's questions, someone else's subjects, stuff that you want to say, your voice in the world, okay?
Yeah, good. It's very good, this exercise. And
Set an alarm for 5 minutes.
to speak what I want to speak, so let me see. Well, I could speak that this summer, well, I will have to work all July and half August. Well, I will have my vacations on middle August. I don't know how I will stand these hot temperatures. I'm also thinking about having these 1 week to spend 1 week in the north, Cantabria, and I would like to go to this camping that I was the last year. It's beautiful because we have it's a little camping, and we spent wonderful days over there because we were so few people, so little people there, and I like that because nowadays we are massive crowds all around. I don't want to go to a crowded place. But the thing is that I'm very afraid, kind of paranoid, because I'm always thinking about, and what if there's a fire? Because, last summer I really had a very difficult moment. Even if I was in Sierra de Fuentes, we have almost no trees there, but the fires nearby. So I one day I wake up and it smells. The fire was inside. The smell and also the smoke of the fires in Alizé and so on. And I kind of thought about also because I saw in social media all these situations about fire, and I was afraid. So now I want to go to Cantabria, but I'm afraid because I think, and we will burn all, because we will be in the forest. It's a wonderful place. But now I can stop thinking, what if a fire comes and we will burn? How can I drive my car and get out of there? Because I will have to work on this situation and I have to, how do we say, I have to book the camping. So if I don't do that in a short time, maybe
Soon.
if I don't do this soon, maybe the spot is gone. So that's the thing. Well, I want to go spend a week on the north, but I'm afraid of the fires, and I have to work this. And also think about if the fire comes, I think we will not have precisely the death nearby. Okay, maybe there are options, because I think that the media also puts us on this
Fear.
Okay, so media also creates a lot of fear, and sometimes it's more, it's a drama, okay? It's terrible for the environment, for the villages, for the people, but sometimes I think maybe media will give us an idea of tremendous situations, and so I think I have to work all this in my mind. And also, I have time. I continue.
Yeah.
So, next week I will go to my mother's house, to the village, with my daughters, and also travel a little bit for and go to the beaches, the Atlantic beaches in Portugal. So
You're going to your mother-in-law's village or
No,
your
my
mother's?
mother, my mother.
Okay.
Yes.
In Spain?
No, in Portugal.
In Portugal.
And also I want to go to the beaches, but the beaches in Portugal, the thing is that this is the Atlantic.
Mm-hmm.
And the Atlantic, you know, it's not very swimming.
Yeah, it's rough.
friendly.
It's rough.
It's rough, yes. So you have this yellow flag or red flag, a lot of wind. It's good to surf, but I do not surf, so I think well, my kids can surf, even if I'm at in the sand watching them. So that's it. So I have 2 weeks to spend on this Cantabria, Portugal.
Okay, cool. Thank you. You?
Yeah.
Yeah. There's a this.
Ella tiene mucho más nivel que yo.
Yeah.
Bueno, pero no.
Tiene más vocabulario, tiene más experiencia que tú. Es así. Pero da igual. No te compares, que no tiene sentido. Okay. Set an alarm for 5 minutes.
Well, do you remember I told you last week that I went to a hotel in Madrid
Mm-hmm.
to work at the office there. It was a great experience because the hotel is near the office. So I arrived at Madrid at 12 o'clock in the morning, and there was a lot of traffic, and I arrived with my car. I
Stopped.
stopped at the hotel's door.
Mm-hmm. At the door of the hotel.
At the door of the hotel, and I gave my keys to the worker.
The concierge.
I don't know what to say, and he carried my car to the parking.
He took my car to the parking.
My car to the parking, and I haven't got to find a parking or
I didn't have to find parking.
I didn't have to find a parking. And in 2 minutes I was in the office for my first meeting. I have a lot of meetings during the day, but at 8 o'clock I go out of the office.
I went
I
went out of the office, or I left the office.
I left the office and I went to the hotel. I went to the supermarket to buy something to dinner.
For dinner.
For dinner, and I went to the hotel again, and I had a large
Bath.
bath, and I took a bath, a really relaxing bath. I alone in my room, and then I have dinner and I watch a film in the bed, very comfortable bed, and it was very relaxing to me.
Mm-hmm.
I slept very well, and in the next day.
On the next day. On. Always on the day. Always on.
On the next day, I wake up
No.
at 8 o'clock.
The next day. Sin on.
The next day.
Yeah.
Okay. I worked at the hotel room.
In.
The hotel room for a while,
Mm-hmm.
and then I called to reception.
Yeah. I called reception.
Bring me my car, please. And it was very comfortable to me.
Mm-hmm.
And when I go down,
When I went downstairs.
when, I have my car in the door,
At the door.
At the door. So I drove to the
You drove where?
Se me ha pasado.
You drove where?
Pintos Council, el ayuntamiento de otro pueblo, donde tenía que ir a hacer otra cosa.
Okay, cool. Just a quick question. Yeah, I'm going to sort of relay back to you what you have said. And I want you to think about if I told you to come and talk here in Spanish or in Portuguese. I know your Spanish is very, very good, no? You're more or less bilingual in Spanish, but your first language is still Portuguese, no?
Kind of.
Yeah? Okay. So, but if I told you to come here and speak in your first language, yeah, would you have said the same things? Would you have talked about the same things? Si hubieras sentado aquí y hablado en tu idioma nativo, hubieras hablado de las mismas cosas.
Es probable en mi caso, porque estoy ahí dándole vueltas a me voy o no me voy.
Okay, yeah, okay.
Lo he dicho mejor, claro.
Okay, so Sophia, you talked about work. You started talking about work. Then you quickly jumped to your holiday. You talked about the heat. There was like a slightly grumble about the surviving the heat here, maybe surviving the heat anywhere. Talking about going to a campsite. You were happy about the idea of a few people.
Yes.
And you communicated a dislike or a discomfort with crowds, with lots of people. You talked about a fear relating to fire. You talked about that quite a lot.
Yeah.
You expressed the feeling of pressure to book your holiday in Cantabria. So you were indecisive and worried about the fire, but you were also feeling a pressure to reserve your place. You were talking about safety measures that you were putting in place in your mind if you had to escape a fire. You were talking about the media promoting fear, and you were conscious of the fact that maybe your fear about the fire is not just yours. It might also be exaggerated by the media. You talked about the possibility of going to your mother's village with the kids, and then you highlighted the difference between the sea in Portugal and in other places, other possible beaches or sea that you could go to, and talked about how it's not particularly hospitable. It's a sea that is not great for swimming. Okay, that was what I got from you. Imma, you went back to the story of the hotel experience that you shared last week, and you talked about traffic, you talked about the car, you talked about logistics, you talked about parking, you talked about timetables, you talked about the supermarket, going to buy the dinner, coming back, having a bath. You highlighted the happiness, the joy that you felt being alone and the relaxingness of it. You talked about the comfortable bed. So you highlighted the luxury and the joy of the comfortable bed. You highlighted the fact that you slept well. You then went back to logistics, talked about going to the hotel. You talked about working in the hotel for a while, and then you had to go to the hotel. Then you had to go to work. And then you talked about, or maybe I can't remember, then you talked about calling reception for the car. So it was the second time you talked about the comfort and the luxury of the car being parked for you and being retrieved for you and brought to the door. Okay? Huh?
Very comfortable.
Yeah. Okay. So there was a balance in both of what you were saying between mundanity, mundane, banal, logistic. But there was also something personal, no? And intimate. There was a balance, no? There was a balance between details, boring details, and personal feelings, personal experiences, whether it be joy, excitement, fear, whatever, okay? Okay, Sofia. 10 minutes. 10 minutes, but now I'm going to correct you as you talk, okay? So I'm gonna, every time I feel like there's something that can be corrected, I'm gonna correct. And I'm gonna ask you to repeat what I say, okay? So stop, instead of just thinking, oh, I'll correct that in the future. No, we correct it now, okay? Set an alarm for 10 minutes.
Do I have to talk about the same subject?
You can talk about whatever you like. If you want to talk about the same subject, that's fine.
Okay, so I have to think what subject to talk about. Okay. Okay, I think I will talk about the family. Family, so it's easier.
Really? Okay. If you say so.
Well, do I start now?
Yes, yes.
Okay, so the thing is that I think that in summer it's a good moment to rejoin the family. Usually, I spend some time with my aunts that came from France. They spent some time here.
That come from.
That come from France.
You said you used an S, okay?
Yes.
They come from France, or that. It's plural. Yeah, you said aunts. If it's one aunt,
several
yeah,
aunts. Yes.
yeah, they come from.
Aunts and cousins. So it's a very beautiful. We have a very beautiful tradition because this cousin of mine, he never lived in Portugal, but he is very fan of Portugal, and especially from the village, our grandparents' village.
He is a big fan of Portugal.
He's a big fan of Portugal.
Better than very fan. No se suele decir very fan. He is a big fan of Portugal. Say the whole sentence.
He's a big fan of Portugal, and especially our village, our grandparents' village. And since our grandparents died, this field where they worked now is growing a lot. There's growing a lot of bad herbs.
Yeah, okay, stop. Bad herbs are weeds.
Abandonado, empieza
Weeds, malas hierbas.
Yes.
Yeah, weeds.
Abandonado, empieza a estar abandonado.
Yeah, it's overgrown.
It's overgrown.
Okay, but I want you to say that whole sentence again, because you didn't really, your sentence order was not good. The syntax was not good.
Okay, yes.
Choose a subject, un sujeto, and go from there. Again, tell me the thing about the piece of land.
So this piece of land is
Overgrown.
Is overgrown.
Yeah.
So, but he had this idea. Well, since it's the party village, the annual party village,
The annual village party.
the annual village party, why don't we go to this field of our grandparents and we make our own party? So it's very beautiful. We kind of it's a kind of picnic. Picnic in English is correct.
Mm-hmm.
It's a kind of picnic. Everyone brings food. We put a very big table. We have this enormous tree. Yes, it's all hierbas secas.
Dry grass. Dry
Dry
grass.
So it scratches our.
It's scratchy.
It
It scratches our legs.
But we stay there. We also have my grandfather built pozo,
Well.
a well. It still has water, and we try to fulfill. It's not a swimming pool. It's the place where once at a time
They washed the clothes.
They wash the clothes. How do we say that? The tank.
It's you would call it a sink, an outdoor
It's an outdoor sink.
outdoor laundry sink.
It's very big. It's kind of a swimming pool. When we were kids, we would go there and swim a little. But now the water runs out with a motor.
Yeah,
With a motor, we could take the water from the wheel and put it
the well
from the well and put it on
in the sink.
in the sink, but the water keep going out because there were agujeros por todas partes.
Holes.
Holes
Holes everywhere.
It was very funny. Okay, so we make our special private family party, and this it's a pity for me that this summer I will not be able to spend this time with my family because they will be in the village.
Good.
At the beginning of August.
Mm-hmm.
But I will arrive at the end of August.
Mm-hmm.
So it's a pity that I lost this tradition, and I hope they will.
I will miss this tradition.
I will
Eso es un error súper común. Perderlo no es lose en este contexto, es to miss,
Yes.
como faltar.
Yes.
Yeah, it's I am sad or it is a pity that I will miss this event.
I will miss this event, but I hope that the family keeps going there and keeps this tradition because these aunts they try to they really make an effort because they come from different spots, from different villages, and okay, so that's for this part of the family is my father's family. We have this beautiful thing. We also have a WhatsApp group. Sometimes at the beginning they were like kids all the time. They were making video calls, and I was once again no more. The thing is, the other part of the family, my mother's family, we were very close when I was younger. When I was a kid, we were very close family. All the Sundays we lunched with our grandfathers.
Every Sunday
Every Sunday
we had lunch
we had lunch with grandfathers.
with my grandparents. With my grandparents.
With my grandparents. So my cousins came from other villages, and we stood together.
We spent time together, or we
together.
hung out together.
We hung out together. Also, I went to the university with this cousin. But it's a pity to me that this branch of the family is kind of losing the contact. So, yes, it's a thing. Well, I think about that sometimes. Well, the things changed because when I was a kid,
my father's family were more apartada, afastada.
Distant. Distant.
We were more distant, and nowadays we are more
Close.
close, and it's the same that with this family that we spent a lot of time together. Now we have lost the connection. Well, I think it's also normal. Okay, so it's life, isn't it?
Yeah.
It surprises you. You get in touch with people that you have not much in common, and after that you discover that you can spend time together and discover people in different ways. Sometimes you can lose friends that you could with who you have spent nice times. Okay, so that happens also in my my friendly relationships. Okay, so sometimes in life something occurs that friends that I was very close to, even if we live in the same village, we have no time to see each other, or we do not organize time to spend time together. Okay. Sometimes you're surprised because these other friends that you thought you were not so connected, and it happens that you spend more time with them because it occurs that it's easier. I don't know why, but it occurs. It passes.
It happens.
It
happens. You can use the sentence, we grow apart.
We grow apart.
Or we grew apart.
We grew apart.
You know, it's a phrasal verb, no? To grow apart from someone. So you can say it's... Another thing you can say instead of it's a pity is it's a shame. It's a pity is good, it's fine, it's perfect. But if you want a variation, you can say it's a shame as well. It's a shame that we have grown apart. Or it is a shame that sometimes people grow apart, or friends grow apart, or family grow apart.
Grow apart. Okay.
Se distancian.
Yes.
Yeah? To grow apart. Okay, keep going.
Keep going. Well, so the thing is, talking about family, I think the grandparents have a very important weight in our life.
Weight or responsibility or role?
Presence.
Yeah.
Important presence. Okay.
Important role or important presence. Yeah, presence is good. Okay, good.
No, se me han hecho más tiempo.
Muy largo, sí.
¿No?
¿O no? ¿Te ha hecho largo?
Estaba yo agobiando.
¿Sí? De pensar en tener que hacerlo.
Muchísimas cosas.
It was lovely. It made me a little bit jealous of the family. That family event sounded lovely. That idea of having the party in the...
Very beautiful, and especially because these cousins, usually the Portuguese people, when they migrate, they tend to forget their origins.
Yeah?
Because you don't want to remember the village, the poor people, and that kind of thing. The Portuguese people that goes to France, they have a kind of this thing. And I admire my cousin because he loves the village. He recognizes the importance of my grandparents working the land and okay. So
Yeah, he wants to connect with his roots. No, his
and
roots.
that's not very common because the thing is that a lot of people do not come. It's different from Spain because in summertime everyone comes to the village. All the villages in Spain are
All the villages are full.
Full of young people that connects to their origins. In Portugal, we don't see that.
This cousin of yours, is he older?
No, maybe he's now 40.
Yeah, well. Has he always been like that?
Yes, he always enjoyed to spend time, but their sisters, for example,
His sisters. His sisters.
His sisters. And all other cousins, they do not return to the village. They spend a lot of time, years and years.
Away.
They do not return.
They stay away.
They do not visit family. That is a more common thing.
Yeah. Yeah, it's hard. Life gets in the way, no? Okay, I'm just going to quickly write some of your vocabulary here, okay? Weeds, malas hierbas, overgrown. Overgrown es como destrozado, ¿no? O
Que están creciendo a lo loco, ya
sí,
empiezan a estar
que,
madurando, ¿no?
sí. Dry grass would be your hierba muy seca o plantas secas, no? Well is the pozo, okay?
Well, como well.
Yeah, exactly. It's the same word, but no tiene nada que ver, no? You could use the word basin para esa cosa de lavandería, or you could say like an outdoor laundry sink or something like that, because sink is a very British word.
And if you say sink alone?
You
Sink
could
alone?
just say sink, yeah, sink.
Aquí sería como se dice sink en español.
But it's the kind of thing that you probably always going to explain, even in your native language, so people know, like, because outdoor sinks are not very common anymore, no? To the modern person, you might have to say, look, it's the sink where you wash the clothes or something like that. That's not a problem. Holes everywhere. You were talking about how it had agujeros por todas partes. To miss, I want you to know that verb. Cuando pierdas un evento, pierdas algo. Es igual que echar de menos.
Yeah.
I miss you, yeah? It's a shame. I think that's nice for you to add that to your vocabulary.
Porque siempre lo asocio a vergüenza.
Y,
It's a shame, es una vergüenza.
yeah, but shame es la palabra para vergüenza muy, muy fuerte. Vergüenza corriente es más embarrassed o embarrassment, okay? Shame es una vergüenza gorda, sí, como te he follado el marido, ¿sabes? Eso es shame, o he matado a mi vecino, eso es un sentido de culpabilidad, okay? It's a shame es como una pena, es una pena. Distant, ¿no? Like, cuando ya la gente no está cerca o cercano, hay distancia en la relación, we are distant. To grow apart, I think, is a good phrasal verb to have. Cuando la gente se distancian, to grow apart, nos hemos alejado o nos hemos distanciado. And it happens, eso también es muy útil, ¿no? Se la vi. Cosas que pasan. Eso pasa. Eso ocurre. So that's for you, and you can have a look at it if you want. And now, Inma, your turn. Set an alarm for 10 minutes.
I'm going to improvise, but I'm going to talk about things of my work.
Things relating to my work.
Relating to my work.
Or work things.
Work things. Okay. I'm going to tell you different items I work in my department. ¿No?
Items.
Items. Pero eso sería, ¿cómo se traduciría?
La verdad que no sé si es la palabra correcta
Por
que
eso
quieras
es-
usar. ¿Ya? Items es más cuando vas de compra y estás pasando por el cajero, la caja, y están pasando cosas. Items es como una forma de cuantificar o numerar cosas.
Claro,
¿No?
eso era como,
Entonces no me sonaba correcto en ese contexto.
I'm going to talk about different areas
Yeah, better.
of my work, of my department.
Yeah.
The-
Maybe are you talking about responsibilities, personal responsibilities? Just areas.
About, tareas,
Tasks.
tasks,
Tasks.
tasks. about the task, we
Carry out. Hacemos
carry
cosas.
out.
Yeah, to carry out. You usually say to carry out a task or carry out tasks
at my department.
in my department. Okay, so I am going to talk about the tasks that we carry out in my department. Or it's quite a good place to use the passive voice because it's more formal. I'm going to talk to you about the tasks that are carried out in my department. Yeah? Que se realizan. Las tareas que se realizan en mi departamento. Yeah? The tasks that are carried out in my department.
Okay,
Yeah?
because as you know, I want to familiarize with the vocabulary.
I want to familiarize myself with the vocabulary relating to my work, or I want to familiarize myself with my work vocabulary.
I want to familiarize myself
With my
with
work
my
vocabulary.
vocabulary. Okay. At my department.
In my department.
We work in 3 areas:
Okay.
environment, sustainability, and in social impact. Okay?
Social impact. Ese sonido es tu tarea. Shh. Social.
Social impact.
Social
impact.
No tienes aparato en la boca, ¿no?
No.
Vale. Social.
Social impact.
Yeah.
All that areas.
All those
For
areas.
all that area.
All those areas.
Those areas. We. No sé cómo decirlo.
Dímelo en español.
Yo quiero decir que, bueno, for all those areas, we have different projects. We have so for renewable projects.
For renewable
projects, we make the permitting process. Okay?
we carry out.
The permitting process. So we have to make feasibility studies and
We have to do feasibility studies.
to do feasibility studies when we where we analyze different factors like hydrology, natural protected spaces or areas, forest, and urban planning to verify if the project is viable in a plan,
In a specific piece of land. On a specific piece of land.
or in a site.
On a site, a specific site. Yeah. You can use the word specific or you could use the word certain. Yeah, cuando quieres decir tal sitio, ¿no? O tal, o en cierto. Yeah, lugar, no? Yeah, so you could say specific site, specific place, specific
On a specific
piece of land,
site.
or certain place.
On next phase.
In the next phase, but I don't know what you were referring to, so.
In the next phase of the project, we redactar.
We carry out, we write, we create.
The we carry out the environmental impact studies.
Okay, right.
That is a specific documentation to submit in the administration.
To the administration,
To the
yeah.
administration.
Okay, let's circle back. Okay, let's basically start again, okay? I want to talk to you about the tasks carried out in my department. Again.
I want to talk to you about the tasks
Carried out
in my department.
Okay. You said we have 3 main areas? Or
3 main areas, but we work different projects in all of them.
okay, but what I want from you are complete sentences. Okay, so you've said one sentence, yeah? I'm talking to you, or I want to talk to you about the tasks carried out in my department. Full stop. New sentence, yeah? There are, or we do, or how do you want to start it and how do you want to finish it? Yeah, say to me, for example, there are 3 areas that we cover, or we have 3 main project areas, yeah? Or there are 3 areas of responsibility, or there are 3 categories for our projects. Yeah, what's the best way to say it? ¿Qué es la mejor manera de decir eso?
Pues nosotros trabajamos,
Yeah, dilo en
en
español.
3 áreas.
Okay, so we work in 3 different areas. It's good to go back to the Spanish because then it comes out naturally, no? Trabajamos en 3 zonas o áreas diferentes. We work in 3 different areas. It's the same, yeah? Okay, so we work in 3 different areas. Y luego todos nuestros proyectos se asientan en
todas,
uno.
¿no? Claro, o sea, pero tenemos diferentes proyectos. O sea, es que quería decir, lo que pasa es que se me mezclaba un poco todo. Quería decir que trabajábamos en 3 áreas, ¿no? Pero que y que también hay diferentes tipos de proyectos, ¿no? Los de renovables,
Okay.
pero todos se trabajan en las 3 áreas.
Okay, entonces también es muy importante aclarar lo que quieres decir en español.
Es que no lo había pensado.
Claro. Yeah, pero no pasa nada. Por eso lo hacemos, porque lo vemos, ¿ok? Entonces, es súper normal que te cueste, que trabas
Claro,
en
sí,
inglés
eso es lo que me quiero-
si en español estás todavía un poco, no lo sé.
Sí, pero yo sí lo intento pensar en español, sí soy capaz de pensarlo y decirlo,
Yeah.
de expresarlo.
Sí.
Lo que pasa es que al intentar pensarlo en inglés es cuando se...
Sí, pero ¿por
me
qué
lío,
estás
¿sabes?
intentando pensar en inglés? No sé si tienes en mente que tienes que pensar en inglés, porque a veces se enseña eso que no es factible en cierta posición del aprendizaje. Entonces, permítete un hueco, un espacio para pensar en español e ir traduciendo, ¿ok? Yo, por ejemplo, cuando hablo en español no estoy traduciendo del inglés, porque es como que me sale automáticamente. pero al principio sí.
Claro, al principio tenemos que hacer la traducción
Sí.
simultánea aquí.
Sí.
Y eso, pues,
Eso es exactamente lo que yo hacía al principio. Entonces, por eso estaba diciendo a Sofía, justo antes de que llegases, en ocasiones, bajo presión, hablando en público, en un idioma que no es el tuyo, hay que hablar despacio. Hay que permitirte hablar despacio, porque hay que dar un tiempo extra al cerebro. ¿Ya? Okay. We are almost finished the class. So I know that it seemed long, no? But it went quick, I think, no?
sí, ya está pasando, ¿no?
Yeah,
Ahí
Yeah.
terminamos a 1:30.
yeah,
Ah, ya.
yeah.
Ah, no era las 10, yo también pensaba.
Ah, pero
Ah, sí, sí, es verdad, es verdad. Okay, good, good. We have half an hour more. Yeah, good. Okay, perfect. Yeah, estaba pensando que me ha pasado volando. Okay, so vocabulary for you. Let's have a look at vocabulary for you. But I don't have much vocabulary for you, okay? But to carry out a task is useful. A task or tasks. Okay? Factors. Specific. Certain. Son palabras para apuntar a algo específico o tal cosa o tal sitio. Tienes que trabajar el sh sound, ¿ok? El sh de cállate. Cada palabra, cada frase, cada sonido es otro ladrillo en la pared, ¿ok? Es una piedra en lo que estás construyendo. Y no ser meticulosa es un trabajo válido, es un trabajo importante, ¿ok? Lo que más podría decir o criticar de tu inglés no es que no tengas vocabulario y no tengas manera de expresarte, es que está un poco messy. It's a bit messy.
Yes.
It's a bit sucio, bit messy sometimes.
Yes, I mean. And I think especially in the tenses, with
Yeah.
tenses, I think I mess the tenses.
I mess the tenses up.
Up?
Yeah, to mess up is the phrasal verb.
Okay, to mess up.
I mess up the tenses, or I mess the tenses up. But I'm telling you that so that you have an opportunity to improve that.
But I think it's messy because I lack fluence.
Fluency.
Maybe it's that I never speak English, so it's
I don't agree.
No.
I think fluency, if you try to aim for fluency too quickly, you get messiness. I think most of the time messiness comes from people trying to go too fast because we are all impatient. All of us. We want it now. We want to improve now. We want to be better now. That's just how we are. That's how we're made as human beings. So we have to fight against that tendency and be more meticulous. Because if you're meticulous and slow, you build good foundations. And when fluency arrives, and it will, then you will be fluent, but not messy. But if you just go for fluency, you're just gonna be, I think your messiness comes from because you try maybe to go too fast or to say too much. Or just because you tienes que apañarlo, sí o sí. Yo os meto aquí y hay que apañarlo, sí o sí. Y eso es válido también. Pero estamos en clase, entonces yo tengo oportunidad de corregiros. Yeah? I have time. Do you want to say something?
Sí, pero en español. Que de hecho yo, por ejemplo, en mi trabajo, yo me conformaría con poder hablar, aunque pues no pronuncie perfectamente. O sea, hay muchos de mis compañeros que yo sé, o sea, que estamos en las reuniones en inglés y no pronuncian bien, o bueno, tengo un compañero que mete cada gambazo, o sea, y lo sabe, y sabe que no.
Es hombre.
Es hombre, es un hombre además de estos así.
Y no tiene la mitad de la vergüenza que tengas tú, claro.
Yeah. Dice lo que sea, da igual aunque sea, se invente la palabra.
But you can learn from that. Yeah. Yo estoy tan cansada de los machos en ese sentido, no porque le quiero quitárselo a ellos, porque ole a ellos, pero llevo años sabiendo que tienen esa ventaja que tenemos que we have to take it, we have to reclamar, we have to reclaim it, because we can learn that from them. That's awesome. Men are more like, this is me, and I'm cool, you know, you like it, good, you don't like it, good. You know, like men are like that. Women, because we have learned, we are people pleasers. We're like, you know, like me, I want to do everything perfect. Like, you know, I'm not sure if I'm acceptable. It's like, I'm acceptable. Men are like that. Men are like, I'm acceptable. I'm enough. I'm cool. My mommy loves me. You know, like they learn that more than us, I think. You know, they're not worrying about, you know, does my bum look big, or, you know, like, is my hair okay, or there's like so less things to worry about. They're also more black and white, logical, simple, pragmatic. But we are seeing everything, thinking about everything, worrying about everything, overseeing everything. And that's our gift. Yeah, eso es nuestro don. That's amazing, because we can see the whole picture. But we have to contain all of that sometimes. When we show up, we have to be like, I'm here, I have something to say, I'm going to concentrate on what I have to say and how I say it, because this and laughing all the time. You do this. You have this nervous laugh. No. I'm fine. Tú has dicho, me conformaría con solo hablar. So just do it. Just speak. Look people in the eye and be like, I'm okay. I like me. I love me. I'm happy with what I'm saying. I am happy with being imperfect. I know my English is messy. But I'm going to keep going. Yeah? When I say your English is messy, it's not because I want you to stop. I want you to keep going. And just pay attention to little things and add them one at a time. One at a time. Oh, okay. Now I'm going to try to improve that tense, or I'm going to try to improve that pronunciation, or I'm going to try to improve the prepositions. But to do that, you have to speak. You have to have the opportunity. Yes. So if you keep your mouth shut, you never practice. You just have to keep practice.
We can speak.
Yeah.
Because I listen all the time in English, I read in English, but if I'm not speaking,
nothing. You have to practice. Okay, so now I'm sitting down again, and you have another 10 minutes each. But we can do it in 5 minutes if you want. Okay, 5. And then we do another 5. Set an alarm for 5 minutes. Say something that you wouldn't normally say in public. Algo que normalmente lo callarías.
Algo que yo no diría.
Algo tabú, o algo que podría parecer mal educado, o algo que es un secreto o algo un poco como algo que, o incluso en una relación con tu pareja o con tus hijos o lo que sea, algo que en un contexto lo callarías. Igual no, obviamente aquí no te puede dar vergüenza o reparo decirlo, ¿ok? Pero algo que podría filtrarse en un contexto.
Tengo que pensar. I have to think about this.
Okay. Set an alarm for 5 minutes.
Okay, I think I got it. Okay, so an example of something that I usually do not speak about, it's an hypothetical situation. Okay, when we speak bad about other people, usually we do this when we are not with this person, and I think sometimes, especially women, we are very critical with other women, and if, for example, they are not here because today they didn't come to work or someone did not come to work, sometimes there's always the opportunity to speak about these people that's not present, and it's not usually in the good way. It's because you said we overwatch, and we have sometimes this tendency to speak about people who is not with us, criticize them, and I think we are especially more critical with
Other women.
other women.
Do you know the word gossip?
Gossip, oh yes, I think yes. Gossip, that's it.
Yeah, como de cotilleo.
Yes. And for example, once we were drinking a beer, and we were talking about this companion, and because of his stereotype, maybe because she's very beautiful, she's kind of, you know, the stereotype, almost the Barbie stereotype. It's not a very, it's very exagerado.
Exaggerated.
It's very exaggerated. And they started to talk about if their merits, their work merits, is not because of her body or about their.
If her marriage works, is that what you want to say?
Si sus méritos en el trabajo se han conseguido por su cara bonita.
Okay. So if she has been able to progress at work because of her body.
Yes. So that's the thing, that someone had to stop this and say why at this moment, 2006, it was 2025, we women are saying this about a companion. What? We have done a work
About a colleague.
We have done a work, and I'm against, even if it was a possibility. To me, it was a shame in the sense,
Yeah.
very big shame to speak about a colleague.
It's a shame, es una pena, o que da vergüenza.
Que da vergüenza.
Yeah, so in
As
that
women.
sense, you say it is shameful.
It's shameful to us, like women,
Yeah,
to speak like this about a colleague,
yeah.
but it's not here. And even if she had done that, I would not criticize her, I think. But, well, that was a conversation about. I don't know if I'm focusing the.
Yeah, this is great. This is a great topic.
Okay.
You could make it more personal in the sense of you're talking about criticism and judgment of other people, and I would like to know maybe something that you do feel like criticizing or judging about someone else, but you don't necessarily say it, either to their face or even to other people because you think it's shameful or unfair.
Mm-hmm.
Do you know what I mean? Like I want you to look at it a little bit more from the lens of, you know what, there is this woman at work and I see her and I judge her because she is super attractive and she uses her seduction to have everyone, like all the men, like eating out of the palm of her hand, for example. And I don't want to say that to her, or I feel bad feeling it. I know I don't want to say it to anyone else because I don't think it's fair, but sometimes I feel like that, you know?
So in a very slightly, quiero decir, en algún momento de una forma muy breve, pude también compartir esa idea.
Yeah.
¿Cómo se puede decir eso?
Like, there is a part of me that might share this idea. That, yeah? There is a part of me that feels resentful towards the woman. You want maybe to word your feelings. So maybe you want to say, there is a part of me that feels jealous of her.
Not exactly that, but even if I'm against the idea, quiero decir, voy a decirlo en español. Estoy en desacuerdo que valoremos a las personas por su aspecto físico y pensemos, ay, pues lo ha conseguido por, y incluso si soy defensora de no hagamos esto, en algún momento en mi cabeza pudo pasar la idea, a lo mejor algo hay, ¿no? Cuando el río suena, algo.
Yeah.
Quiero decir esto.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah, thank you. I think it's what you are trying to articulate is that. Why did I ask you to do the exercise? The exercise is to try to become conscious of of all the times that you muzzle yourself. The word muzzle es un boceto. Muzzle, o lo que se pone en un perro. Bozal. Boceto es lo de... Yeah, okay, sorry. Bozal. A muzzle is bozal. Pero cuando se pone algo en la boca de alguien para que no hable.
No, pero sí, amordazar, pero
Yeah.
es como...
Más como sexual.
Entiendo la idea de callarnos cosas.
Como de secuestrar. Yeah, to muzzle is a little bit like amordazar, okay? It's similar.
Acallar puede ser acallar.
Acallar. Yeah, exactly. Acallar. This is what we do to ourselves. We muzzle ourselves regularly. And sometimes that's a good thing, or it's necessary. And you were expressing that a little bit. You were saying, there are certain things I don't say, or there are conversations I try not to join, or there are conversations that I'm ashamed of, that I think are shameful because of blah, 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 my principles, no? And so that is a time that you deliberately muzzle yourself, and you've decided to do that. And you think it's justifiable, you think it's good. But the point of the exercise is to try to discover the things that you filter, the things that you don't say, and how they might accumulate and inhibit your expression in general. Because this idea of I shouldn't say that, I shouldn't say that, I shouldn't say that, that grows. So then suddenly you're in a relationship with your partner and there's loads of things you don't say because you're like, I might offend him, or maybe it's not worth it because it's going to start a fight, or blah, blah, blah. Yeah? Or if I say to my neighbor that I don't like the fact that they leave their rubbish outside their door, for example, then maybe it's going to create conflict, so I don't say it. Or I'm at work and my boss has treated me unfairly, or someone has treated me unfairly, but I don't say it, you know? And so it can happen with lots and lots of things. And the idea is to identify. It's complicated. It's to actually stop muzzling yourself. Stop filtering yourself enough to have freedom in your communication and freedom of expression for the good and the bad. Yeah? We can keep looking at this, okay? But I want you to have 5 minutes, okay? So think about something in the same subject, even if you don't arrive at a personal situation, okay? We were getting there, okay? And we can come back to this because it's kind of fun too. Okay. Set an alarm for 5 minutes.
It's not exactly that situation, but I'm going to tell you that
Set an alarm for 5 minutes. Es que se canceló, no sé por qué.
I have spent 3 years going to the
Psychologist.
Then
That's a great example because no one tells everyone that they go to a psychologist. There has to be a certain level of trust or comfort, ¿no? Es que es una cuestión de confianza, no se dice a todo el mundo que voy al psicólogo. So that's a really good example. Yeah.
I have spent 3 years going to the psychologist, and I think I have finished working everything of my life, but I can't tell her because each day I go, she
Proposes.
proposes me to work a new thing.
She proposes a new exercise or a new thing to work on. Yeah.
Yes, I am working with a therapy that is about what your life, your entire life, and I work
A therapy that involves observing your entire life.
my entire life, and I work one
Sensation or feeling.
And I think another times in my life I feel the same. I felt the same.
You think about other times in your life when you have felt the same.
But visualizing.
Okay.
Okay. And each day I go, she proposed me.
She proposes. You don't say me.
Proposes.
She proposes.
She proposes a new thing.
To work on.
Talking to me, there are things that I say, I live.
You talk to her about new things from your past.
No, in the present.
You talk to her about
she
things from your life.
Propose. Well, I think this is one thing we can
Work on.
And if really there are things that always we find something to work, something
to work on.
and something resolve.
To resolve.
But I am child making the same exercise.
Doing the same exercises.
But I'm not able to say it.
Okay. To me, and I don't want to be a therapist here, I'm your English teacher, not a therapist. To me, this is a perfect example for this exercise because I was looking for something that you don't necessarily talk about with everyone or in every context, so you keep your mouth closed. But you have gone even deeper and you have said that I am having difficulty saying to my therapist that I want to stop. And it doesn't matter why. It doesn't matter if you're correct. It doesn't matter the reason. You feel like you want to stop. But because you are muzzling yourself, you are having a problem. And that is exactly why this exercise is important, because you discover where you are muzzling yourself and it's detrimental to you. Y te perjudica. And it's detrimental to you because it's symbolic. You can change your mind. Puedes cambiarte la idea. Puedes decirle que pare, puedes dejar de ir y luego volver en algún momento. O no. It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter if you're wrong. It doesn't matter if you're right. You feel like you want to stop and you can't say it. And that's the problem. That paralysis of being able to say what you want is symbolic of other areas where you don't say what you want. So if you say to her, I'm stopping, we are finishing for now, you will liberate, I guarantee, I promise you, you will liberate something inside yourself. You will, when you go, you will feel panic. You will feel scared. You will be like, I don't know how to say this, I don't want to say it. But when you do, you will feel amazing. You will break something. You will take away the bozal. You will take away the muzzle. And next time, when you want to say something, it will be easier.
I want to say that something parecido,
Similar
occurred to me. I didn't resolve it in the very best way because I ran away. I'm ashamed. I am ashamed of this behavior because I always wanted to tell this therapist, I'm not happy with your work, I will have to go. So I simply stopped going there. I'm ashamed of that because I feel that if I had the valor,
the courage
to speak to him and tell him what I was muzzling, I felt more proud of myself.
I would have felt.
I would have felt more proud of, because I always said, when sometime I will find him in the street of Clase, and how will I? Okay, so another time to be ashamed. Okay, the situation. One day I will tell you the situation when I found this man in Etam. You know the shop to buy this.
Etam. Yeah.
Oh, he's here. I entered again on the, how do we say, probadores?
The changing rooms.
I hide myself
in
there.
the changing rooms.
Because I didn't resolve this.
Yeah, which is terrible, of course.
Terrible.
Yeah.
And one day, speaking with another friend of mine, she said, well, we never stay with the same therapist. We have the right to change the therapist without drama. You know, I say, yes,
But that doesn't even matter. He could be the best therapist in the world. Maybe your therapist is amazing. Maybe she is wonderful. And maybe, yes, every time you go, it's going to be more good stuff, more good stuff, more good stuff. Of course, you can keep working on yourself forever, of course. But that's not the point. The point is you want to stop and you're the words are stuck in your throat and you can't say it. And that's where you can liberate yourself.
It's related to what you said to me at the beginning. ¿Cómo se dice? Las expectativas.
Expectations.
Las expectativas de los demás, no quieres, ¿cómo se
Thinking
dice?
about other people's expectations. Exactly. You are prioritizing her feelings or worried about her reaction, or maybe you're worried that she will argue with you and you won't know how to argue back. Maybe she'll say, I think you should stay, and you'll be like, okay. You know, like maybe you haven't clarified either. You need to clarify, I want to stop and this is why, or you need to clarify, I want to stop and I don't feel like I have to give an explanation. Because we don't have to give an explanation either. Sometimes we have the right, and I learned that from a man, yeah? Talking about men and their ability. My partner, Paulo, one day he changed my paradigm because he was saying like, cuando llega tarde, when he arrives late, and he's terrible because he's Portuguese and the Portuguese are worse than the Spanish. Yeah, his punctuality is terrible because he's just relaxed. No, he says when he arrives late, he doesn't say sorry, he just says, I couldn't arrive earlier. Like, no pude llegar antes. Hombre, podrías discutir que eso es mal educado o falta de respeto hacia el tiempo del otro, bla, 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 pero en su caso es la verdad. Es que si hubiera podido o hubiera querido, pero es lo mismo, hubiera llegado a tiempo. Entonces, cuando llega tarde, solo dice como explicación, no pude llegar antes. Y no está ahí pidiendo perdón, dando explicaciones largos. No pude. Y al principio, pues le odié. Like, I hated him for this. I was like, you're disgusting. But I realized, like, he has the right. We have the right to say, this is my line. This is my reality. This is my context. This is my container. You like it? Good. You don't like it? Good. So, yeah, okay? That's my therapy. My therapy, okay? I think it's like the part where no te filtras, yeah? It's the filtering. Filtering accumulates, yeah? Es como comer azúcar, acumula, yeah? Una cosa, pues no pasa nada, pero es un camino peligroso, yeah? And if you look at the thing here, no, you've got the voice gate and you've got the gateway to truth, okay? It's talking about the meaning, it's talking about presence, it's talking about honesty, okay? Just because it's freedom. It's about freedom for your voice, okay? It's not always about secrets, okay? But you've got all this stuff, and then we can look at the gate of fun, okay? But we finished. Okay, I'm gonna start recording.